Confessions. I overdid it. I'm gonna be working on some sourdough bagels with you. I'm gonna be starting a big bone broth with you. We're gonna start some homemade yogurt. Done with that. China is finding out our body mass index.
We're back.
We're back. The kids are making fun of me. We're back, better than ever, and we're gonna be making a lot of healthy food. 5,000 pickles. We're gonna make 5,000 pickles. That's what my son thinks we're doing. Actually, pickles are healthy. Do you like pickles? Yeah, nobody in my family likes pickles. Okay, so what we're actually doing. Okay, I wanted to show you that firecracker shrimp recipe because I made it a couple weeks ago for one of our dinners, and it was so good, but I don't think I filmed it, and so I wanted to show it to you guys because it's so good. So tonight we're doing surf and turf, steak and shrimp. So I think it's actually called spicy poppin' shrimp, but I call it firecracker shrimp because there's a restaurant near us that serves a very similar version of this. Like it's like a deep fried version, but it's called firecracker shrimp. What are you doing? And anyways, that's what it tastes like. It tastes so good. My husband and I and my son all gobbled it up. Okay, you can go. You can go. If you're going to make fun of me, you can go.
Okay.
So it's from the Crazy Busy Keto Cookbook. This is by Christy Sullivan. And it is spicy poppin' shrimp. So the sauce is mayonnaise, chili garlic sauce, lemon juice, sriracha, and some liquid sweetener. Yep, that liquid sweetener. And this calls for 2 pounds of raw shrimp. I'm doing only 1 pound. That's what I got today. Hold on, it's dripping everywhere. I got this pulled out of the freezer. We've been faithfully eating out of our freezer for the last week. I haven't been filming anything just because, I don't know, I've just been in like hibernation mode, I think. I was just reading and relaxing and cooking things not out of our freezer. I haven't been doing much of anything else. So we're getting back to it. So surf and turf tonight for dinner. We have like a bag of salad left, and I think that's it for veggies in our fridge. I picked this up. I picked up just a couple of things last weekend. We had some friends and family over to watch a football game. Go Hawks, yay. So this is just one of those garden salad mixes, and there's just a little bit of salad left, but otherwise all we have is carrots and celery, which we're going to be using tonight. So on a completely different project. So we can throw this out with dinner. That'll be our veggie. Do have a little bit of sourdough bread left over on the counter. So if the kids want a slice of bread with dinner, that's great. Okay, let's get this sauce going. My daughter wanted to help me with the sauce. So we're going to be doing a half recipe because I only have a pound, right? But I'll tell you the whole recipe is a 1/2 cup mayonnaise, a 1/4 cup chili garlic sauce, 1.5 teaspoons lemon juice, a teaspoon sriracha, and 3 drops of liquid sweetener. So let's get some measuring devices out. I already have, okay, careful not to tip that. I already have some mayonnaise. Got some mayonnaise portioned out. Okay. You probably don't even need a chair, babe. You can just stand. You're tall. I've also been chugging homemade bone broth for the last couple days because I got like way off track with my eating and I'm trying to like focus back in. So confessions. I overdid it for a couple of days and now I'm getting back to it. It's still very hot. Okay, so let's do 2 tablespoons of chili garlic, not sweet chili sauce, chili garlic. You probably can't see what I'm doing right now, but
Not so hard to
and then I don't have lemon juice, so I'm gonna use apple cider vinegar, and let's do what, 1/2 and 1/4 teaspoon, something like that. You want to be my mixer?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me finish putting all this in first.
Okay.
So I need, careful. Don't do that. Do not do that. And sriracha, I'm just gonna put like a drop.
Sriracha, you mean?
I'm just gonna put like a drop because you guys don't like it
Okay.
spicy.
That's 3 drops.
Yeah, well, it calls for half a teaspoon, so. And then a few drops of sweetener. This doesn't really drop out. It there. It just squirts out like that. Okay, go ahead and mix that up. And then all you do is pan fry the shrimp in some butter or oil of your choosing. So just pan fry them and then mix them up with the sauce once they're cooked through. And you sprinkle a little bit of pork rind dust on top and a little bit of green onions. And I'm telling you, so good. So I just use these chives, these freeze-dried chives. And then I have this bag of pork rinds with you literally need a sprinkling. So that's basically what I got left in here is a sprinkling. So we'll use up the last of that. And I don't know what we're going to do. We got New York steaks. I only got 2 of them out because we'll end up splitting them between all 4 of us. But yeah, that's the dinner plan. And then, okay, after dinner, once they're off to sports and such, I'm going to be working on some sourdough bagels with you. I'm going to be starting a big thing of bone broth with you. And we're going to start some homemade yogurt. We're going to try that. We're going to try it. Okay? Okay. So, I'll show you dinner when it's done, and then we'll work on our other projects.
Right there on top of the moon, we could sit and do nothing. I wish we were bold to just fly away. I don't wanna care, just be here and I'm good alone. I'll be okay, miss you like an old friend. Too scared now, thinking I should call up all night. I think it's hard how we always wait another day. How we watch things that can't just walk away. Let's live down by the water, watch it come and go home. I wish we were bold to like sail away. I just don't wanna care. Can you be here and I'm good alone?
Okay, dinner's done. My tummy's full. All of our tummies are full. It was so good. That shrimp. It's a little more spicy than the last time I made it. I think I left the sriracha out last time completely. Anyways, it's really good. The steak was cooked perfecto, thanks to my husband who saved it because I'm notorious for overcooking meat. So he saved it in time and it was perfectly done. Okay, I have a lot of overnight projects that we're going to start. The first, I'm trying to think of like, okay, what makes the most sense to start first? I think sourdough bagels makes the most sense to start first because it's 6 o'clock right now, 6 p.m. The bagel dough needs to ferment for 12 hours overnight on the countertop. So that means when I wake up about 6 a.m. tomorrow, I can shape them, set them on the counter. They can rest for a while longer before I have to cook them for breakfast. Okay? So we're going to do the sourdough bagels. Let me find my recipe and all my ingredients. That might be important. And then, okay, my husband, my dear husband, he worked on my mixer because it was just not working right. Still, I don't think it's working quite right. So we're going to try mixing it up. I did it last week when I did my last batch of bagels. I started it in here and I ended up having to move it to the countertop to finish doing it by hand because it was just, I don't know. I don't know what's happening with my mixer, but maybe I need a bigger one. maybe it's time. This mixer, I believe I got this for my 21st birthday. This was like my dream mixer. I always wanted a yellow kitchen. Obviously, I don't have a yellow kitchen. I have a blue kitchen now. But yellow is my favorite color. I got this for my 21st birthday. I know that's pretty wild. Wild gift, huh? I was embracing my grandma years already when I turned 21. Everybody says I'm like an old woman. I'm in an old woman. I'm an old soul in a young body, which I guess my body's not that young anymore. But okay, let me get the ingredients and we'll walk through this together because I did promise you a while ago I would walk you through the sourdough bagels, which is like the easiest sourdough thing that I make, hands down the easiest. So let's get going. Okay, got all my ingredients, but more importantly, I got a cup of tea. Chamomile lavender. It's the traditional medicinal brand. Their chamomile lavender is like, that's where it's at. I'm not even a big chamomile tea person, but that one's good. Okay, so this sourdough recipe, I know I just did a tutorial and I'm like, get a scale, you need a scale. This recipe, you don't need a scale. So there you go. If you don't have a scale, this is a recipe for you. This is from Farmhouse on Boone. I've got my own way of doing it because, you know, that's just how it rolls. But anyways, sourdough starter, water, honey, salt, and flour. That's all you need. Okay, so 1/2 cup sourdough starter, bubbly and active. I fed it this afternoon. It's looking good in there. Probably can't see it. Anyways, 1/2 cup sourdough starter. Let's start with that. I need to start building my sourdough starter back up. Last week I used up almost to the last drop. I just had like a bottom's worth in my jar, and I'm gonna have only a bottom's worth again. So I need to feed it, build it back up, because I do want to make a loaf of sourdough soon. In fact, I'll probably start it tomorrow with you guys. How about that? So I'm gonna feed it. I'll feed it tonight. And 1 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of honey. I'm just gonna eyeball this. 1, 2, good enough for me. Salt, 2 teaspoons of salt. I'm not gonna eyeball that. Don't trust myself because I love to overdo the salt. Okay, 2 teaspoons salt. And then it's a total of 4 cups of flour, but you're gonna start by only adding 2 and mixing it and then slowly adding the other 2. The last time I made them, I think I only put in like 3 or 3.5 cups total. So I cut the flour way down and they were like the best ones I've ever made. So there you go. You could do up to 4 cups. I feel like the flour doesn't incorporate all the way as well when I did all the way up to 4 cups. So when I scaled it back a little bit, it mixed better and it just worked better. Just my experience. I'm like down there on flour too, getting low on flour. So I got 1. And 2. All right, my husband said he adjusted the gears on this because after he finished fixing it, I went to turn it on just like on low and it was like, and flour went everywhere, all over my kitchen. So hopefully it doesn't do that this time. We're good. He definitely slowed it way down. Okay, I'm gonna let that mix for a minute or 2 or 3. It says mix it for about 10 minutes on low speed in your mixer until it's incorporated well. So I guess we'll just eyeball that, okay? This is what it's looking like with just the 2 cups added. So we'll start adding more in just a bit. Cheers. All right, it's been like 5 minutes. I'm impatient, so I'm gonna start adding more flour. So slowly add the 3rd cup, and then I'll show you what it's looking like. Let's slow it down a little bit. Almost done adding my whole 3rd cup. And then we'll just see what it's looking like in a few minutes. Just realized I should probably swap out to my dough hook. I don't know why I didn't put that on in the first place. So swapping it out real quick because that's going to help this process a bit as well. Okay. Okay, I'm going to add my last half of a cup here. And then I think I might pull it out and put it on the countertop to finish it off. We'll see. I'll give it a few minutes. So there's just like a lot of flour stuck at the bottom still that, I don't know, maybe it's just my mixer. It's not mixing in, and it hasn't been mixing it well, so something's going on here. But if I hand mix it, hold on, let me just get all the buildup off the bowl. If I mix it by hand, it ends up just fine. So that's what we're gonna do. A little arm workout for me since I've just been sitting around reading and doing lots and lots of math today. A ridiculous amount of math today. I feel like perhaps I should take away my previous statement about how this is the easiest, the easiest sourdough recipe I do. Okay, my arms are tired because that was a good workout, but look at this. It's beautiful, smooth sourdough bagel dough, okay? The reason why it's so easy is you don't have to do any stretching and folding. Like, if you have a mixer that works properly and it can do all of the kneading for you, then this is so easy. Like, you don't have to worry about weighing anything. And then once it's mixed up, you just set it on the counter and walk away. And I love that we can make these. I can make these, let's be honest. I can mix up the dough in the evening after dinner, set it on the counter, and in the morning, like, I can just shape the bagels, set them out on the counter for about an hour, and then cook them, and there's breakfast. So fresh bagels, who doesn't love that? My son specifically requested that I make these. His birthday is coming up in a couple of days, and I asked him, okay, what do you want for breakfast? What do you want for lunch? What do you want for dinner on your birthday? And he was like, I don't care, but I do want breakfast sandwiches out of your sourdough bagels. So I was like, okay, we can make that happen. I can make sourdough bagels and we can have breakfast sandwiches. Maybe we'll have them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Who knows? Because he didn't have any other requests. But this is done, okay? So this makes 8 bagels, just for reference. So this will last my kids a couple of days. My husband and I are not doing, well, okay, my husband's not doing the carbs. I have been, but I'm getting back on track. So I'm not going to be eating any bagels, but my kids will eat the bagels over the next couple of days. So put this on the counter. Done with that. let's move on to the next project. Okay, shall we? Shall we? Okay, full disclosure on this next project. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is a whole new world for me. It's a whole new thing. So I think the reason I haven't really done much of anything the last week is because my brain was on overdrive after I got my daughter's test results. If you saw my last video with our bad news. Anyways, I had bought this with my feelings. I'd purchased this with my feelings. And I was like, we're going to make El Ruderai yogurt. And then I proceeded to hibernate for a week because I was like, I don't know where to start. I wanted to do everything at once. I was like, we're going to do the yogurt. We're going to make homemade bone broth. I'm going to start kefir. We're going to be hitting the sourdough hard. And I was like, I think my brain fried out. And I was like, nope, I'm not doing anything right now. So now we're back to doing something. All right. So this, I'll put a link to this ultimate yogurt maker down below if you're interested. And then this is the El Ruderai culture that I'm using. You can get both of these on Amazon. So, okay, Dr. Berg, if Dr. Berg says it's good, it's worth it, then I believe him. That's just where I'm at in life. Hold on, let me get this plugged in. And then we're gonna figure this out together. So I've got these 2 jars, okay? I believe they each hold a quart. So we're gonna do, and don't worry, everything is washed and sanitized that I'm using. We're gonna do 1 of soy milk and 1 of regular dairy. It calls for half and half. All right, so the directions for this says half and half. Obviously you can't get well, I'm sure you could get a dairy-free half and half, but I didn't realize that when I bought this. So we're gonna still use this. My best friend Google tells me to use tapioca starch in dairy-free yogurts to help with thickening. So this is about 2 tablespoons for a quart. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, tapioca flour, AKA tapioca starch. I will link to this as well if you need it. And okay, so the directions. So I'm looking at the yogurt maker directions at the same time I'm looking at the El Ruderai directions. So I'm like going back and forth, like, okay, do they match up? I think so. It says it's optional to heat the milk and then let it cool. So we're gonna skip that step since I'm all about making this easier on me. All right, so this has got little pouches in it. So this is just for 1 quart, right? Okay. So what I'm gonna do is make a little tapioca slurry with this soy milk. And let's see, what am I doing here? 2 tablespoons tapioca, 1 and 2. Okay, can you see this? Can you see this? And then I'm just gonna slowly add soy milk and mix, kind of like you do with cornstarch, you know, so it doesn't clump up. You gotta like add equal amounts of it. I have no idea if this soy milk version is going to even work. This is in hopes that it will work, okay? We're hoping and praying and wishing and doing all of that in hopes of it working. Okay, so I think we got that pretty good. I'm thinking, I don't know, guys. So it says 1 quart. 1 quart is 4 cups, right? Is this gonna hold 1 quart? That's what I'm asking myself. I think so. We're gonna go like a scant quart. We're just going for it. We're just going for it. No idea what we're doing, and we're going for it. So it's just like a powder, okay? You follow? By the way, this comes with 6 satchels. Is that what they call it? Sackets? Satchels? Something in it. And I believe once you've made the yogurt, you can reuse like part of the yogurt as a starter for the next time. So that's the goal, at least. So then I don't ever have to buy it again, but we shall see. We shall see. So I've got 3 cups in here now. I'm just nervous about fitting it in this bowl, okay? A little nervous about that. And it says to break up the clumps. Definitely got some clumps happening. I also did look up to see if you can put L. reuteri with like other strains of yogurt, and it says you can, but the L. reuteri will, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, the L. reuteri will just kind of overtake the yogurt and crowd out the other ones, so it's best to just do the L. reuteri on its own because you're kind of wasting your time. I don't know, that's what the internet tells me. So let's not waste our time. If you're interested in the L. reuteri stuff, I would definitely just search Dr. Berg L. reuteri on YouTube, and he's got videos on it. Like I said, whatever Dr. Berg says is like gospel to me. Me and my husband, we just follow his advice because it seems very practical, doable, you know, at least for our life. Okay, I'm gonna pour this one in here. So yes, going scant on the quart was a good idea. So then I'm going to put the lid on this one. I just have to remember which one's dairy-free and which one's not. Okay, and then the dairy one. I feel like a little bit of soy milk in here is not going to bother anything, so I'm not going to clean this out. I don't know. Don't follow my advice. Follow a professional. So I'm just going to put the L. reuteri in. I don't think I need any sort of starch in the regular milk version, so let's mix this up a bit. And then we'll break this up. Isn't this fun? Wild times in the kitchen with Nicole. All kinds of crazy things happening in the kitchen with Nicole. If people knew half the things that I experimented with. You know, I actually just really enjoy experimenting in the kitchen. I'll be honest. It's really fun for me. I feel like I learn new things, and I'm kind of like a food nerd. I feel like I kind of have to be a food nerd because of all my tummy problems. So I have to, like, I just force myself to learn about everything. And it's very entertaining. Okay, so we've got our regular dairy version. This one had clumpies at the bottom. I'm not sure how big of a deal it is to break up those clumpies, but like that's a pretty big clump there. So the real question now is, okay, pour this in. Just gonna put those clumps in. Sorry. And then I need to fill this with water around this, okay? Okay. So I need more water. It says to fill it up to the same level that the yogurt is, but the yogurt's like all the way to the top. I'm not gonna be able to fill it all the way to the top, but all right, that's about as full as I can get it, I think. Okay, put the lid on. Now we got to set it for 36 hours at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's see here. Temp needs to be 100 time. Voila. So I'm just gonna leave this here. I ain't touching it. I ain't moving it. I ain't doing nothing, but I am gonna put a sticky note to remind me soy is this side, regular is this side. And so 36 hours. It is just before 7 p.m. on Thursday night. So Saturday morning at 7 a.m. this will be done. I'll stick it in the fridge for a few hours. So basically we can start eating it Saturday evening or Sunday, which is perfect. So a new week, we'll try a new thing. My son's not a huge yogurt person, so we'll see if he eats it or not. I don't know. The intent was for us all to eat it, but we shall see. He said that if he ate it, he would want it with some sort of like flavored berry type of thing. So I pulled some raspberries I had out of the freezer, and I'm just gonna make it into like a, like a quick raspberry preserve with some sugar and honey or whatever, and he can put that in it and see if he likes it that way. So, all right, let's put the rest of this away. I have one last project to start tonight. One gut healing project to start tonight. Okay. Okay. Are we almost done? I feel like my kitchen's a disaster. That's okay. We'll do a cleanup afterwards. And then last, but absolutely not least, we're going to start some bone broth. So I have this turkey carcass. I'm trying to decide that's not going to fit in there. Hold on, I need a bigger pot. Okay, we're moving up in the world. I got my serious stock pot out because there is no way that turkey carcass is going to fit in the smaller one. This is the turkey carcass. Yes, it's in a grocery bag. I believe this is from Friends Thanksgiving. I believe I asked if I could take the carcass home when we were at our friend's house for Friends Thanksgiving, and she was like, be my guest. So, yep, it is the carcass. And I also have a turkey neck. And here, I believe this was from my turkey that I cooked at the end of December. So we're gonna make a nice big batch of this, I guess. Since we're at it, we got a bunch of other overnight things happening. We're just gonna throw some turkey stock into the mix as well. So make sure I'm on my burner. I think this is like the innards in this bag. I don't really know exactly what things I don't probably want to know about, but I'll throw them in too. Now, I have always been told in the past that stock, you want your bone broth, I keep calling it stock, it's bone broth. You want it to simmer for like 12 to 24 hours. Like 24 hours is like perfect. But then I heard it somewhere else recently that for like gut healing reasons, you only want to do it for 4 to 6 hours. So I don't know. If you have the answer to that, please tell me, because I don't know. I'm just doing what I've always been told, which is to do it for an extended period of time. Hold on while I shove this down. But is there a benefit to 4 to 6 hours? I don't know. I don't know. So somebody can educate me if they know otherwise. So I've got about 16 cups of water in this stock pot. And I think that should cover it pretty well. I might need to add a little bit more. And then we've got our veggies here that I need to cut up real quick. Let me wash them and cut them. All right, we're getting there. Got our veggies in. I'm gonna plop some garlic in. Just a nice big spoonful. I have some fresh herbs from my garden that I snipped before it got dark out. It's oregano, thyme, and rosemary. So I'll just throw those in. I don't have any lemon juice right now, so I usually use lemon juice. I'm just gonna put some apple cider vinegar in, like generous tablespoon, and then some salt and pepper. And I think we're good. Just let it go all night long, and in the morning we'll strain it out and probably drink some of it tomorrow. I've been drinking a lot of it lately. I don't know, it just feels good on my tummy, so it's a winter thing, I guess. So I'm gonna add just a little bit more water just to cover everything completely. So I probably got excuse me, pepper. I probably got close to 20 cups in here. So lid. Let that come to a simmer. And then I just got to clean the kitchen for the night. Good morning. It is bright and early. It's almost 6:30 a.m. Just got a nice sleepy face going on. I'm gonna put my hair up and then let's go check on all of our stuff and get going on our morning projects. First things first, I got my water boiling. I need something warm to drink bright and early. Here is our turkey bone broth. That's looking nice and good. I'll probably turn the burner off and let that cool down. Here is our sourdough bagel dough that we got. It's looking beautiful, rose nicely. I left this out and fed it last night, so I'm going to whip up some sourdough bread real quick with that. Looks like we're at 25 hours left on this, so it's still trucking along. Okay, just trying to get my bearings here. Working on it. I need water. I don't even know if I have enough flour to make a sourdough loaf, so I need to measure that out first. I'm gonna take my pot off the burner and just let that cool off for a bit here. Okay, let's see if I have enough flour to even make a loaf of sourdough. That's where we're at in life. I have a huge grocery list going, like huge. I should show you actually. Like this is the grocery list I have going on. I know I need groceries. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. We're approaching the end of the year, and I'm trying so hard to just make it to the end of the year. So hard. Okay, let's see what we got for flour. Oh my gosh, it's so close. It's so close. So maybe I'm at 420 grams and you need 475. So I'm just thinking we'll just fudge this a little bit. It's never a good idea, but okay, so 20. So it's like 55 grams shy. What's the ratio there? Oh gosh, it's too early. I'm just gonna eyeball it, okay? So we're supposed to do what? 325. So I'll do like 200 and something. Don't try this at home. Hopefully this loaf turns out. Yeah, morning. Just gonna do it till it looks good. I'm supposed to have 100 grams of starter. Let's do like 75 grams of starter. Oops, I didn't zero that out. So 263. So what? 738. I'm struggling. Let's do like 50 more grams. Do you sleep good?
Yeah.
Morning. And some salt. I ran out of flour. I'll adjust this a little bit if it's looking not great. Okay. I've never winged it like this before. This is a new level for me. Let's see how this dough looks.
What is that for?
It's a loaf of sourdough.
Oh.
It's looking, I feel like it needs a little bit more moisture. Just a smidgen more. My water's done boiling, so I need to pour myself some tea. Uh-oh, she's not happy with you. Okay, that looks pretty okay. Pretty okay. All right, let's shape our bagels next. That's what we're gonna get to. This is what I'm having this morning. This is actually pretty good. Let's just move this
Can I touch that?
onto this. Yep, it doesn't need to be stretched for till about 7 o'clock, okay? Can you remember to do that? And then we're gonna turn this one out. This is the bagel dough. Just take it out of the bowl. Didn't leave any flour behind to flour my surface, but that's okay. It's not a super sticky dough. It is pretty easy to work with. So, okay, all I do is I cut this into 8 equal parts. Okay. So we got half and half. Try to make them as equal as possible. You could probably make this into miniature bagels also.
You make them into miniature.
Not today. Okay. 4.
I want to help shape the bagels.
Okay. It's very simple. You try and make it into more of a circle. Yeah, squish it out. Flatten it. And poke a hole in the center. And then you set them on the counter for an hour or 2 or 3 until they've risen. And then we're going to boil them and bake them. So, just like that. So I'll finish up all of them, and then I just lay them on the counter on a piece of parchment paper and hope my kitties don't get into them. All right, we're getting there. My daughter did the first stretch on my sourdough. I did the second one. It's now 8 a.m. I'll do the last one. It looks okay. I'll show you what the dough is looking like. It's a little wet, but otherwise it's fine. I think it'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Okay. And then I've got everything going for the bagels. They've been rising for about an hour and a half, right? So let's get going on those. So you're going to want your oven at 425 degrees and then a pot of boiling water. So that's our first step here. To the boiling water, you're going to add a tablespoon of baking soda and a tablespoon of brown sugar. I don't know what it does, but it does something. It does something to the bagels. All right. And then I just get my phone out and use my phone as a timer because you're going to want to boil them for 1 minute on each side. So once the water's good and boiling, oh yeah, these look nice. Look very nice.
Those look pretty yummy.
Yeah, they look delicious.
They look very smooth.
So let me get my timer out.
I'm almost as tall as you.
Keep clicking my calculator. That's not what I want. I don't want my calculator. Okay. Oven's almost ready. Here we go. So I usually do 3 at a time in my pot. We're just gonna start. Wait a minute, flip, wait a minute, pull them out and put them on this tray. Then once they've all been boiled, I throw them in the oven and it cooks for about 20 minutes. And you can also dip them into toppings if you want, like everything bagel seasoning or anything. My kids just like them plain, so I always just leave them plain.
Hey, just
all right.
outside.
We're gonna flip these. Boop. 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 Okay. You're just gonna try and get the excess water off and then onto the parchment. Children. All right, 3 more in. and then just repeat until they're all done. Okay, we got them all boiled. We're throwing them in the oven for 20 minutes at 425. Okay, bagels are done. Just like that. Bagels are done, and they look amazing. Look at that. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, let those cool off, and I'm gonna strain out my chicken bone broth, my turkey bone broth, and let it finish cooling down before I package it up. But you can come over with me and we'll strain it out. 8:30 a.m. I've gotten a lot done. I've gotten a lot done between last night right before bed and this morning. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Okay, this is my biggest bowl that I have available at the moment. I realized I don't have any cheesecloth on hand, so I'm gonna use like good old-fashioned tea towel. It is clean. I know it's stained looking, but it is clean. It's just perma stained. It's from potatoes. The tea towel was used to like take all the moisture out of potatoes. My dear husband used it and it stained it like the potato color. So it looks gross, but it's not gross, don't worry. It's just home cook kitchen things. Okay, this is gonna be a little precarious. Hot. All right, this bowl I think is full already. Yeah, about as full as I want it to get. Broth looks beautiful though. Okay, so I'm gonna need another bowl, but this is what we're at right now. Okay, set that aside. This is the pot I just used to boil my bagels, so I'm gonna wash it real quick, and then we'll use this to strain the rest of it into, because I don't have any other big bowls. I'm finding myself needing more big bowls with all these big projects I've been doing lately. All right, we're cleaned out, ready for round 2. So I have no idea how many cups I will actually end up getting out of this. What did we say? We put like 20 cups in last night. I would think it would be close to that. I'm sure a little bit of it turned into steam while it was cooling this morning, but I did keep the lid on all night to keep the temperature regulated well. Okay. Yeah, my husband and I, the last 2 days, have been drinking a lot of broth. It's very good for you. And I have hopes and dreams of the kids drinking it too, but, you know, hope and a dream. I don't know if they'll be okay drinking broth. I don't know if they'll tolerate doing that crazy crunchy mom thing for me. That's okay if they don't, but it would be nice if they did. Okay. Yep. So that needs to go into the wash. This one is probably 3/4 full. If you can see it. Don't want to dump any of it out. Okay, I'm just going to set these to cool. Actually, it's not that bad already. I can touch it with my finger and not burn. So I want to put it into these containers like I did last time and just freeze them. I just don't want them hot at all when I put them in these plastic containers. So, hey, look at us. I'm dressed. I'm ready to go. Even got some homeschool stuff done. My broth is nice and cooled now, so I can put that into containers, but also I wanted to show you these bagels. I mean,
I made the round ones.
You made the round ones? Which ones did you make? She helped me shape them this morning, and yeah, they turned out pretty good. So I'm going to put those in a bag. But yeah, they look very nice, and then we'll get on to the broth. All right, hey, and my cats didn't get into my food, so we're winning. We're winning here. Winning. All right, bagels in a bag. Check. And then I got to figure out how I'm going to get this broth into these cups without spilling it everywhere. Okay. Thank you. You just missed the delivery guy. He just pulled out right as you were pulling in, basically. Thank you. Hold, please. The kids are both requesting bagels. You want a whole one? Or a half? You want a half? Okay. Yes. Let's see. What's the brand on that? Mercer. This bread knife is really good. I believe I got it off of Amazon. I'll link it for you in case you really need a really good bread knife.
Mom, don't cut your
I've
fingers.
also cut my fingers before on this bread knife. So let's not do that today. Am I doing this wrong? How else do you cut a bagel? These are actually thinner than I normally make them. So I do have that going for me. Watch me cut myself.
Huh?
So watch me cut myself. I'm teasing. That one is going to be Quentin's. Dad's making it into a breakfast sandwich. Okay, this one's going over hot to the stove. I want butter on it, huh? All right, we're multitasking here. Okay, so I got my bowls laid out here. So these hold 2 cups each, which is about how much I drink in one sitting. Hold on. Bagel. The life of a mom doing 2 things at once. So, is that the life of a mom? We're gonna get her some vegan, dairy-free cream cheese options. Why are you laughing at me? To try, but right now we're just sticking with the regular. And they're probably making fun of me behind my back. I'm just gonna do 1 scoop at a time here. This is very precarious. You may as well make me bacon if you're making bacon. Are you making me bacon?
No.
Yeah, should we show it off to him? My husband got a new toy, a new health and fitness toy. It's one of those scales that, so what is it called? Body composition scale? I'll put a link to it down below. I don't even know how much it costs. He hasn't told me yet. But you got it on Amazon, right? China. China is finding out our body mass index. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, let me finish this and then I'll show you his fancy scale. All right, I finished this off. I got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. I got like 22 cups. of broth. So I definitely put more than 20 cups of water in the pot, but that was my estimation. So it's a little shy of 22, but we're doing pretty good. So let me lid this up for you, for me, for us, and then we'll show you the toy. Here's the fancy toy. Abro-leaf. Is that really the brand name? Abro-leaf? It is Chinese. So it's an 8-electrode body composition scale. Shall I demonstrate for them? So, yeah, I don't care. I don't care if they see. So this is it on the ground. Okay, hold on. Let me show you how it's done. It looks like a normal scale. Here, let me show you. Looks like a normal scale. It's got these, like, I don't know, electrode things on it. So, hold on. Let me make sure you can see me. Do you have it set up on your phone right now? So it's got a little app, right? Okay, hold on a second. All right, get it connected to your phone, right? So I just step on it now and it'll, Once I'm on my profile? Okay. So you step on it. Oh, you gotta be barefooted. Hold on. Gotta be barefoot. Step on the electrodes. I feel like this is a science experiment. And then there's this little thing that goes up. You gotta hold it, and it scans your body. China is scanning my body right now. Can you tell me when it's done? It's done? Okay. All right.
All right.
And then I'll show you a screenshot of, like, it tells you everything. Okay, so I figured it out. I am sending a screenshot to myself so I can show you guys. I'll put it on the screen for you, but it tells you I don't know how accurate it is, but it tells you your body water percentage, your protein, body fat mass, bone mass. Hold on, let's see. What else? Your weight, skeletal muscle, BMI, like all the things, right? Muscle balance, fat analysis. So it tells you a little bit of everything. Waist hip ratio, I don't know. Guess it's pretty accurate. I guess we'll find out. Anyways, just a fun little toy that we're messing with. So that's our fun for now. Anyways, other projects. Also, we're waiting on the yogurt to finish up. It says 21 hours. So tomorrow morning we're looking forward to yogurt. I think I'm going to start another batch of broth tonight and let it go all night again. So we'll pick up this evening where we left off. Good morning. Yes, it's Saturday morning. We did not get another batch of broth started last night. We got home late from an activity with the kids, and by late I mean 9 p.m., and that's late for me, so I did not get another one started. But that's okay. We can do it today. We're going to be home all day today. So we have the El Ruderai yogurt that is finishing up right now. It says it's 1 hour left, so it's 6:05 a.m. Hi. Both of you kitties are like going crazy at my feet. I don't have food. I'm sorry. Penny, you want to go get them a treat? Because they're acting like I don't have food. I'm sorry. I have tea. Give them a treat or something because they're feisty. I woke up with a sore throat, so this is happening this morning. Figures. I was in a building with 10,000 children all running around hot and sweaty last night, so This is just that's just what happens. But I'm not getting sick. I'm not getting sick. I'm not getting sick. I'm not getting sick. That's what we're just gonna keep telling ourselves. So I'm gonna have a cup of tea, and I'm gonna light this candle because the garbage in my house smells bad. I need to take the garbage out. This is my lemon tea, lemon and bergamot candle that I got at Hobby Lobby, and it smells so good. Sorry, too late. I already lit it. Smells so good, like so refreshing. Okay, we're gonna check on the yogurt. We're gonna get sourdough bread in the oven, and we're gonna get another batch of broth going because I'm definitely gonna need broth if I got a sore throat. So that's our plans today. We're gonna get it done. Okay, we're gonna get rolling on our morning. I sat and drank my tea, read for a while. My cast iron is nice and warmed up, so we're gonna get this experimental loaf in the oven. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but we're gonna try. We are gonna try. I think it'll be okay. Okay, so let's get the loaf out. I'll show you what it's looking like. I did, when I shaped it and put it into the bowl yesterday afternoon, I did have to use some gluten-free dough or gluten-free flour to like sprinkle the surface. I don't think it'll be a problem at all, but it's looking a little lacking, but that's okay. It's definitely smaller. Let's get the big chunks off of it. And let's score it. So I'm just gonna cook it like a little bit less time, I think is the plan here, because it's a little smaller. I just got flour all over the floor. All right. Okay. In we go. And then we're gonna move over and start our broth because I got everything out and ready to go. So let me shift you around here. So what I am using, spilling my water all over. What I'm using today for my bones, hold on, water everywhere, is I have a whole bunch of ham hocks, like, you know, the ham bones from hams. So I have 1, 2, 3, I have 4 of them. I have 4, and I've never just done bone broth with ham bones to like drink. And I know some of you suggested I do like ham and bean soup or, you know, other things. I don't know. That's not something that I particularly like. I don't like ham soups. I don't know why. But I figured I could use the bones to make broth to drink, or we could use it in other recipes as well. And so that's what we're gonna do today. That's what we're gonna do. So I have 4 of them. I'm gonna cover it with probably the same amount of water as I did with the turkey carcass the other day. And I'm gonna turn this burner on and get it going. Okay, so I already put 1 whole thing of this water in. So this is the second load, and I'll probably need a little more. I'm just going to put all the same ingredients that I put in my regular broth. I have no idea how this is going to taste. So this is an experiment. We got celery. I've got carrots. I got my herbs that I picked from the garden, my very frozen garden. I can't remember if I put bay leaves in my other batch that I did. I don't know. Did I? You tell me. But bay leaves are going in. Onions going in. And then I did find a lemon in my fridge. I lied and said I didn't have lemon when I did. It's like the last thing left in my produce, last thing left in my fruit drawer. We got nothing. We're running on fumes for our available food in our fridge. Okay. I'll just do the half a lemon. Do some garlic. Big honkin' load of garlic. Salt and pepper. And then let's check on our experimental yogurt. It's done. It's blinking at me. Here's our broth that we got started and going. Getting that boiling. Now let's check this out and see how it did. The soy one is the one that I'm really wondering about. Uh-oh. Not looking too promising. Hold on, let me get a towel. It looks like all curdled. Can you see that? I don't think this is gonna work. There's some discoloration in it too, so that's not promising. Okay, let's look at the regular one. Cross our fingers. Okay, now this one looks good. This one looks like yogurt should look. Look at that. Yeah, that one smells right, looks right. I'll stick them both in the fridge and we'll see how they look once they've cooled, but I don't think the soy one's gonna be edible, unfortunately. Okay, let's get these in the fridge. All right, I think this bread's just about done. And it looks gorgeous. Despite its small size, it looks gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that beauty. We made it to Saturday evening. We made it. So my broth, my ham bone broth, cooked all day on the stove. I pulled it off. It was probably cooked for like 8-10 hours. I don't remember exactly when we put it on. You'll remember, but I don't. I pulled it off and let it sit for the last 2-3 hours. It's still warm to the touch, but it's not boiling hot. So this is what it's looking like. It does have a different smell than like beef broth or chicken broth. I've never done ham bone broth before, but I did taste it. I dipped a spoon in and tasted it, and it tastes fine. Like it's totally like I would drink it. It just smells different. It almost smells like burnt plastic. I don't know. It's just like a different smell. Okay. Well, we got this. So we're going to figure out how many cups we got of this, but I also wanted to check on that yogurt that we put in the fridge this morning. I think I'm going to end up throwing away the dairy-free one that I made because it had discoloration in it. And I did look it up on my best friend Google, and it said that you can just scrape the discoloration off, but it grosses me out and weirds me out like that. It makes me nervous. So I'm gonna end up just tossing that one. I did check on it this afternoon and I was like, I don't feel comfortable trying this. But we'll check on the dairy one, the one that was made with the half and half, and we'll see how that's going. Let me scoop this real quick and get this in, and we'll figure out how many cups that we made total this weekend of broth. I've already been drinking some of it. I drank 2 containers today. I think my husband drank one also. Anyways, I woke up not feeling great, so I was like, today's the broth day. Good thing I got fresh broth. But look at this. I had a wish list of things I wanted to get done in my kitchen. Ham bone broth, turkey bone broth, beef bones. I still got those in the freezer. Those will wait for another time. The El Ruderai yogurt, we got that. Kefir, I'm not taking that on quite yet, but we also got sourdough bread and bagels done. So I got almost everything done on my list that I was hoping to get done on my list, and I'm pretty happy about that. So let's get this rolling, and then we'll check on the yogurt and we'll see how it's looking. So let's see here. Let me do math. It's late at night. I'm doing math. That's always a bad thing. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Almost 26 cups of broth. And we made how many of the turkey broth? I think it was 22 or 24. So we're at 50 cups of broth that we made this weekend. Right about there. That is, I'm highly impressed. I'm highly impressed with my efforts. So I'm going to just get the lids on these real quick and get these in the fridge. And then I promise you, we're going to pull that yogurt out and look at it. 50 cups of broth. 50 cups. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good about that. Yeah, those bones have been in my freezer for so long, and I was just like, I don't know when I'm ever going to use these, but alas, I have used them. I'm grateful that I held on to them. I am notorious for throwing things out that I will then use at some future point. I don't like clutter, okay? I don't like clutter. Okay. Also, what I did today, I did a lot of resting. I did go for a big long walk, but I did a lot of resting. And while I was resting, I read a book that one of you suggested to me, actually. Let me show you the book. It is a Claire Douglas book. One of you, I don't remember who, I should have wrote it down. So sorry if it's you, shout out, right? Put a comment below so I can give you a shout out next time. Suggested Claire Douglas. So I finished The Couple at number 9 today. Really good. It's like a suspenseful, it's not like grotesque or scary or anything like that, but it's like a suspenseful murder mystery. And this was a good read. I liked this. I was able to kind of guess some of the ending parts, like about halfway through the book. I was like, I think this is what's going to happen, and that ended up being part of what happened at the end. But it was a really good read, really easy read. I really enjoyed it. So I just recommend. I just put in a request for more of her books from my local library. So definitely gonna read a couple more of hers. She's got several at least that are available at my local library. She might have even more than that. I don't know. But The Couple at number 9 by Claire Douglas. That's a good one if you're looking for a easy murder mystery, not grotesque, gruesome, or anything like that. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. Okay, drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Let's take a look together. All right. I think this is pretty much what it's supposed to look like. It's not supposed to be like yogurty. It's supposed to be like more chunky. Like it almost looks like cottage cheese. That's what it reminds me of. I'm guessing you could probably strain it. I don't know. I'll have to look it up and see like what do you do with it now? Because it looks good. It smells good. It doesn't smell like sour, bad. Anyways, I think the dairy one actually did turn out. It's just not looking like super appetizing, but we'll work through that part. All right, we've had some major successes this weekend. We got a lot of gut healing foods in our fridge, in our freezer, on our countertop. This loaf, I haven't cut into it yet, but it looks perfect. Even with not having enough flour, looks perfect. The kids are already eating through the bagels that we made. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. So, okay. We have a busy day tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday, but I am going to try and do a meals of the week this video this week with like using up everything that's in our fridge, freezer, pantry, because I do have a huge grocery haul that we're going to be doing for the start of February. That's going to happen at some point this coming week, but we're going to try and eat out of the fridge as much as we can, and we're just buckling down. We're just it'll be a pantry challenge week, so look forward to that. But thank you guys for spending time with me. Thanks for doing all of this food prepping with me. This was fun. This was a fun project. This is what I call a fun weekend, is experimenting in my kitchen. I actually do really enjoy it. So let's buckle down. Let's get ready for a pantry challenge week. Let's buckle down. Let's get ready for a pantry challenge week together. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I'll see you next time. Bye.